lot better Weeha hero too. Allows him to be aggressive, go for more timing positional positional plays.
The only issue is you get bursted down pretty hard. Like, Lina is not a defensive mid-core. It's just you have to be aggressive. You go for the Yule Scepter first, right? But
Yep.
people think that Yule's is like supposed to be like a really good defensive hero, but it's not. Because you just
10 seconds.
you Yules and then you're dead 2 seconds later anyways. Because you have 800 HP and no armor.
The only good defensive thing he'll have in this game is avoiding Spirit Breaker, aka just send Spirit Breaker up in the air instead.
Yeah. But I do think they needed burst damage to couple. Because that's something that Ember Spirit really lacks until he gets items, is burst damage. Ooh, I really like that pick. I really, really, really like that pick.
So the Wraith King turns into the core now. How do they want to lane this? And why do you like it so much?
I think the main reason that I like it is because we just talked about the fact that Team Secret, they rely on like winning the sustained fight, right? Because Ember Spirit, that's what he does. But a hero like Wraith King, you can just kind of push the tempo forward, and it's hard to play aggressive on him because he doesn't really care. Like, he hits 6 and then he can get into non-stop fights. And Lina's not a hero that can exactly burst him immediately either.
Yeah. Well, you burst him if you're going to use Laguna Blade. He just has his reincarnation,
yeah, exactly.
So you waste your early nukes. And Team Secret have really only got one of those. Like, I don't think we really want to count Soul Rip as a nuke. Tuskar's got some burst damage to his Walrus
good
punch.
Burst. I guess the reason I wanted Razor was because I wanted something that can continue to push the issue and get into sustained fights that does okay in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
But my immediate second call was Lina because I felt like they also liked burst damage.
Poppy's gonna be quick.
Prepare for battle.
I don't know if people actually find this kind of stuff interesting. It's like for me to theory craft and stuff like that. But like for me, I don't know.
But I think any of your theory crafting people will find interesting.
Probably not if you're a pro, because if you're a pro, you probably already figured this all out. But for
Yeah.
me, it's like a learning process. I gotta like work it out in my brain first. It's not intuitive.
Well, luckily I think we've got a lot of people tuning in who aren't pros.
That's not true. 9K.
9K Twitch viewers. Only 8K Redditors though.
We've got. So I think you go for the aggression into the jungle if you're Secret, and you notice they're actually fanning around the tree line, so that they're not spotted whatsoever. Because they already have the mid ward down, so that they can spot if Empire is not going to contest. And they might even. Maybe you can go for 2 here, but that would be
A bit greedy.
Invoker is still kind of weak at level 1 fights, and I guess you're against an AA, so that would be a little bit too much.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. They just push Misery up into the top lane, so he can block up the wave, and Weeha will grab the rune. So both Weeha and Resolution, the ones going up against each other. It's like Invoker as well, trying to survive a little bit longer. He's got that Fairy Fire. Interested to see how Secret actually do like the rotations as well, because you're running a Tuskar core, so you don't really rotate with the Ember Spirit as such, and the Dazzle as well as the Undying both lack stuns.
Maybe I should start going Fairy Fire on Storm.
That's the way to make your hero viable again.
Because part of the issue with a lot of these heroes is that, but Pylai die, immediately just kind of getting in the face of no fear. I mean, we all call what's his name 8,000 matchmaking rating points, but Aloha Dance and Pylai die also, or not Pylai die. Aloha Dance and No Fear also have 8K.
It's just the meme that got created. That's all.
There's 2 AK players on Empire. That's so godlike. I'm sure Resolution could get it too if he wanted.
It wouldn't be hard. He's a very talented player. Right now he's being pushed back by Weeha. They're pretty neck and neck as far as CS goes, but No Fear has just got nothing else to really help out his teammate with. If Weeha was able to connect on that slave, Pylai could have been actually taking the first blood because he had decay off cooldown at that point. A Resolution and No Fear are trying to finally do something about this Undying who's being a real nuisance on the side. And he sees everything because of that obs and sentries.
Yeah, this is just to make it so that No Fear can't really get forward. Okay, he might just...
Oh, he just tangoed.
No, he's...
And now the Tornado buys a little bit of space. No Fear's so low, but Courier's also a little bit too far up. Luckily, that snail moves a little bit faster than the snail's pace.
That was pretty risky. Like, No Fear was almost certainly dead there if Resolution doesn't throw out the Tornado, because the Undying had the angle on the hit. But this off lane is pretty curious for me. I kind of want to see who is able to win this matchup.
The Tuskar versus the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, Funix decided to go for the Poor Man Shield so that he can trade hits, but I don't know how efficient it is for him to go for a bottle, whereas Misery can go for a bottle if he wants. And so he should win the regen game, which means that Funix is trying to beat him in just the right-click fights. But Funix has to vary himself regen pretty soon.
Pilot dies, rotated down to the bottom lane. And Havort as well as Aloha. Just try and survive, and Puppey, well, he moves forward. Starts with the slow over on the VS. He's going to get themselves a double decay and a double Searing Chains with a Shadow Wave 3-point heal. They're going to get a double kill in the hands of Puppey. And man, I feel like we saw this earlier today. We're also going to see Weehart dying in the middle lane. But that same type of combination from Secret, they played it in Game 1 earlier today up against Wings.
Xbox 360 goes down. Not much you can do about that, though. He's trying to save his Lina, but he's not tanky. Wraith King's one of those heroes that, when you think about it, you think that he's just like an unkillable god. But in the early phases of the game, he's actually quite weak. Like 700 HP, really mediocre move speed, not great stats, 2 armor only. He goes down pretty quickly. He doesn't have an escape mechanism. Like, look at bottom. He's just getting gone on, and he can't really do anything. Like, he might actually just go down here. Yeah. This is what I was talking about. Like, what are you supposed to do against that as a Wraith King? You can't farm. You don't have a flash farm mechanic in the lane. You can't push out waves. You are kind of just at the mercy of sitting in melee range and right-clicking creeps.
It's kind of brutal as well, the fact that you're able to get burned up so hard, and then Puppey just flash heals, so yeah, you can't harass back. The Ember Spirit's always going to be on top. And Team Secret now looking even better. Like, they're 3 for 1 on the board. Yeah, you lose Weehar.
Oh, no.
But he's already got so much. Did he just get another one? It's the Ancient Apparition kill.
He went for the TP too. That's more gold down the drain for him as well. Like, I was watching that. They just, you know, they walk on top of him. Envy levels up the Sleight of Fist early on, which the AA did not expect, Toby.
Yeah.
So he just gets hit by the Sleight of Fist chains. Really smart decision by EE. Then Puppey just follows it up with the heal and they get another kill.
The more standard build right than the Ember is just to go like as much as you can to Searing Chains and Flame Guard, right?
Yeah, it's what Ferrari. That's who I personally think of when I think of that build. Like, you just go like max of the first and the third spell, which is what I think EE did quite often. But in that particular situation, it made a lot of sense.
It's the perfect timing for it. And that's another kill going down towards his lane. He's got 2 kills and 2 assists already. Every single kill for Secret down that bottom lane. While Misery as well as Funnick are still going head-to-head up on the top. And the Spirit Breaker coming out just a little bit on top. And Misery hasn't got the bottle yet. In fact, he just spent his money. Okay, there's the bottle purchase. It's flying to the top lane now. Did we actually abandon? Yeah, he went back to farm a little bit more. EE. A little bit of trouble for him. He's going to slide a fist at the right time. The Soul Root's going to be there. Still gets hit by the Cold Feet, but the Flame card, it burns down a Vorst. They can't even kill him off. Eternal Envy just too tanky. They'll lose the Vengeful Spirit as well. Decays off cooldown, so Paladai can ensure the kill that way. And Eternal Envy, if they can just slow down No Fear, they'll be able to get the Searing Chains. Actually missing the timing here, but the burst heal's already there. Eternal Envy gets up the double kill now. 4 kills for this offlane Ember.
This game is completely spiraled out of control right now for Empire, just in the laning phase alone. Their Wraith Kings had almost no help, and then when he finally does get help, which should have been a clean kill for them, and you're going against an Undying plus a Dazzle. Like, these are 2 of the best counter-initiation heroes in the game. So now the focus has to shift for Empire. You shut down the mid laner as much as you can.
Well, they're going from already. Tornado, EMP with a Cold Snap, and there's your charge coming in from Funnick. Connects easily onto Weehar. And that's now the second death for Weehar, the only player to die so far on Team Secret.
This is what they have to do, though, Toby. You have to just hammer it home over and over again that you kind of have to give up on this bottom lane.
I think Havos is dead.
Havos has been in these situations before where he's had to come back.
When you got a Haste Spoon Ember Spirit who's going to Searing Chain you up, you got no way to survive this one. Another kill. That's the 5th one now for Envy. And okay, how do you build when you're the Ember Spirit now? Do you just say, okay, I go for... Actually, he's got the Ring of Aquila.
You go Travels.
You just go directly into travels and just keep rotating and fighting.
Yeah, he's so far ahead right now. He's level 6 too. This is the one downside sometimes of aggro tri lanes is that you kind of get concerned of whether or not you can keep up in levels with the offlaner and stuff. But because Envy's just gotten so many damn kills, he's level 6 at 6 minutes. Perfectly fine. They're even going to push down this tower with the Aquila active on. Okay, this is the Siege Wagon timing too. This is sick.
So they're able to bring down the tower by just basically creep skipping. Empire's return to this is now looking to gank up the middle lane once again, but it's the top lane where Havos is currently ganking into Misery. There's no snowball available, and Misery's having a hard time walking out of range of the cold feet, and he will get stunned by this, but there's no follow-up until now. Phonic charges his way up, and well, he's got Nether Strike available, not required. Havos will commit the Wraith Fire Blast to ensure the kill over on the Tusker.
That was really well done. Again, this is what you have to do if you're Empire. Your safe lane is done. That's a part of the game that you kind of just have to stop going back to. Like, think about it like this. If you stop doing that maybe even a little bit earlier, you can slow things down as...
That was hot.
The Observer once saw the Vengeful Spirit walk into the tree line, so WeHa just light strike and raid. There was no way Aloha could respond.
Yeah. But, again, what I was saying is win the other lanes, right? Try to dominate the other sides, and...
Yep.
Resolution, he's trying to do the same thing he did in the previous one, but some help is finally coming in as...
It's the snowball from Tusker with the punch. WeHa is able to survive. The Soul Rip was there from Paladai, and they've got that Undying Tombstone. And
is he gonna die?
Searing Chains. There is the attack, so they do actually bring down at least the Lina, but they're losing so much more out. The Invoker's down for the count. The Spirit Breaker's gone as well. Eternal Envy gets involved in another kill. That's 5-0-5 on the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, they finally kind of were like, okay, we should probably not just let this happen, because they're clearly not coming to us, so we'll come to them. I thought for a second that was a pretty nice play by the Lina. She pops the instant burst heal at the last second, Toby, but she was just half a second too late.
Ember Spirit, no fear. Searing Chains and
no
just basically burn. A solo kill. A solo kill for the Ember Spirit. And they keep going the middle lane. The Tombstone's almost back off cooldown. It's a level 3 Tombstone from Highlight Eye. The VS just can't come close on this one. Phonic was thinking about it, and then actually baits out a snowball. The follow-up Tornado EMP is going to catch Misery in a real bad position. Shards on Noni throws everything he's got, and then will drop.
I sharded 4 people. I think it looked like he wanted to go in and maybe force the Tombstone out or something like that, but just wasn't nearly near to his team, but...
Phonic's going to charge over. And then
no.
Searing Chain too good.
I've seen this gif before.
Yeah. The Spirit Breaker. Yeah, TP himself away to safety. Out of harm's way.
Yeah, it's really good reaction times. I think it was like Yapstor that said he thinks that EE might have like the best Ember mechanics. He just understands the hero and knows how to play it really well. But bottom lane...
And they're going to get rid of that Obs.
He's so unafraid of anything.
Well, they're coming in. There's a lot of players coming in.
He doesn't have...
Nether Strike's available, but again, Slider Fist, Searing Chain Spirit away, manages to avoid the cold feet. It's the middle lane where they're going to kill off Resolution.
Oh, they're going to kill him at
That's where
bottom.
the rest of Team Secret are moving over. They need to find him in the dust. That's going to reveal it. They do kill off EE on the bot lane. You were watching that. How did they chase him?
They just ran at him. He didn't have a spirit down. It was weird. I just like complimented him and then they killed him like 2 seconds later. Just
hey, he
cursed
did.
him.
He did spirit dodge the cold feet before.
Yeah, but then what ended up happening is they just continued to run at him, and he wasn't very fast. It was a really awkward situation for him to be in the first place.
Well, he does have his BTs now, so the movement speed's going to start to increase. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you've taken now 2 tier 1 towers. That's Team Secret doing such a thing. And they're ready just to start pushing elsewhere. Like, Weehar's getting its regeneration up, but more importantly, that Yule Scepter timing is going to be even earlier. Pylite Die is just booming through the levels. He can even have a Glimmer Cape once they bring down this building and give him a little bit of space.
He's gone quite a bit. I think that, I don't know, maybe everybody goes for an Aether Lens. See what happens.
It's still worthwhile, though, getting something like Glimmer up against Team Empire's lineup. The charge. Okay, yeah, you're not doing that, Phonic.
Nope. You can't fight into that. You know that the puppy's there with the grave. Or no, he doesn't actually level the grave at all.
Wait, what?
There's 2 into the poison touch. I guess he doesn't see the point when you're against that kind of lineup, but...
With the changes to poison touch, maybe this is one of the reasons why Puppy's doing it. I don't know about the exact buffs and the reason behind it, but now, Vorst, Light Striker Raid's going to miss, but they're snowballing over. That's going to be a guaranteed stun. Sworth didn't just start with that, but either way, Vorst down for the count. There goes your reincarnation, and instantly they go to kill him off again. That's a long cooldown on the ultimate. Ice Blast might be coming in or connect on a couple of the secret players, but they're fine. They got more than enough sustain.
It's hard for... Okay, they're going to continue to go.
The Observe Wards on the hillside, they saw him. And now the Ancient Apparition.
Oh, you notice he just completely ignores it. He's like, you guys got the Venge.
Yeah, he's going for more glory. He's out of mana, however.
Yeah, I don't think he can actually complete this.
They're charging over. Spirit Breaker ends up cancelling the Light Striker Ray, and he actually chooses a different target.
He gets the bash!
Weeha again! Oh, it's just not his day. Snowball over. They'll punch the Ancient Apparition to oblivion, but Resolution in this tight area, that EMP is going to go to work even more. And again, Funnick just charging his way in, but the healer's there from Puppy. He'll be able to help do the damage, but he'll still lose his life for the cause. As Vorst is just trying to get rid of the Tombstone. Resolution being chased down, the Snowball's coming in as well, and that'll guarantee the kill, but really Eternal Envy had that one in the bag. Misery just wants to get a little bit of space. Magic Missile comes off cooldown. Of Vorst also, not the perfect chaining of abilities, but they're going to find the damage, and Misery, there's your crit from a Vorst to ensure he dies before the TP is completed.
That was like the world's longest fight, as just engagement after engagement happens. Load up the fight recap. That actually kind of goes okay for Empire when all is said and done, just because they are behind. So any sort of kills like that, even as trades, are going to work out for you, but the Aloha Dance is going to go down here, as does have the swap available, might just use it.
And Envy will let him go.
Has to. No more spirits up.
It's like Funnick looking for the opening over on Weeha. Still hasn't completed up that Yule Scepter, except the fact he's going to die as well. Buys the Sage's Mask before he dies. That Team Secret, are you strong enough now that you can actually go for Roshan? Like, is that a possibility for them? And is that really an option they're looking for?
Not early. It would take them too long. I don't think Ember's the type of core that you just want to hit Roshan for like the next 2 or 3 minutes. Same with Lina. You want to just continue to apply pressure. Maybe when you're deciding to go for the high ground, but Team Secret's much more about the map control and making sure that they like have complete control and tempo before they just decide to go for any sort of straight on pushes.
Yes, real trouble. This time there's no one to swap out to. They'll end up cancelling that extra TP. It looks like it was a Vorst coming now to try and help him. And Ember Spirit. Well, he was up on the top. Eternal Envy just farming up that, but now they realize they got the advantage on bottom. They push into the tower. The Ice Blast connects on Pilot Eye as well as over on EE. But they're already starting their TPs. Into the tier 2 tower, Pilot Eye as well as Misery, and that allows Envy to TP onto the front lines. He's already been playing over aggressive, so Empire might feel they've got this as he Sleight of Fist dodges the Nether Strike, and now Funnick will go for it, but he's been way too deep. The EMP will go, but the Snowball chasing up after Funnick. No charge available, so he tries his TP out, but the Searing Chains cancel that one very quickly. And another kill coming the way of Eternal Envy. He's now 9-1-8 on the Ember Spirit.
And he's just going to book it down there. Maybe even put some pressure on this Ancient Apparition. Doesn't look like he feels too comfortable with only one spirit available, though. He'll just continue to farm out the enemy jungle. At just 15 short minutes into this game, he's almost got his Battle Fury as well. And they are going to try to get the rebuttal kill onto this Lina. This should be a kill on him, but...
Yeah, with the swamp back into the stun, they do find it. That Ice Blast also might make this a 2-kill. Misery dropping low, and he should shatter with an extra attack. So he'll Snowball protect himself and goes all the way down to Resolution, but there's no jump away. Just goes for the punch and does as much damage as he can before he dies. Because he knows his teammates can find the extra chain off, and that's what they're looking for. Ember Spirit, like the Searing Chains actually missed with that Sleight of Fist from Eternal Envy, and now he's got a Spirit jump himself away. They keep the charge up, so Ember Spirit very much revealed, and Envy's going to lose his life here. They're going to hit him hard, and, well, Searing Chains, it keeps, again, Funnick away, but the attacks are more than enough. Invoker getting a good chunk of cash, just shy of 500 for the death of the Ember Spirit.
And that is going to be a full Orchid at just 16 minutes. And more importantly than that, Toby, it's 1,200 gold. Like, this timing on it, typically with just, like, bottle boots, or upgraded bottle boots, plus an Orchid, it's like a 14-15 minute item.
Copy. He's going to heal up right now. Starts with the weave, and there goes your Shadow Wave for Vorst. Takes so much damage. That reincarnation's back once again. The charge in from Funnick buys a little bit of space, but just how much? They're still fighting underneath the Tombstone. Laguna Blade throwing out. It's still not enough damage. Secret, they're tanking through a lot, but not really enough. Misery's running out of life. Force is finally going to walk himself out here. The Blade Mail comes back off cooldown. Hasn't triggered it yet. Now he will, but Tusker just kills him. It's a bit of collateral. Snowballing through with a perfect shards in the VS. Envy back into the fight with the Searing Chains. Picking off Aloha Dance. No Fear trying to escape out of there, but Envy just keeps spirit jumping himself out. Funnick's back to the front lines, but not finding himself a real hero to attack to. And the Searing Chains catches two. It's Envy.
Envy's getting low.
When he gets bashed, he actually takes the stun from the Spirit Breaker. He'll go down. Pylai Die can't get a revenge, and Team Secret lose everybody. There were no buybacks from Empire. It was just so early on they were able to respawn and rejoin the fight. But Team Secret losing out big.
That was such a huge swing of events right now in just like the last 5 minutes. It was almost all Team Secret. And the gold lead already got to around 3,000. The XP lead was following suit, but now all of a sudden you're losing XP. You've given up so much to Resolution. Your Ember Spirit, who was on track for like an 18-minute Battle Fury, is now on pace for still pretty good, but could have been excellent. Probably gets it around the 20-minute mark.
Just no longer ahead, and the primary guy that's able to control him and kill him off, which is Resolution,
now has the Orchid.
Is now, yeah, Orchid earn and another 2,600 gold.
Yeah.
So Resolution's already looking halfway into his next item.
They're going for the charge on Misery. There's almost no way he should be able to get out of this.
He's got a Blink Dagger, but yeah, they get the attack off in time. The Ice Blast is coming in too, so Misery is most definitely toast.
Resolution is just getting so much gold from all these kills right now, and it looks like they're pinging in for Roshan. And maybe this was just Secret being a little bit too self-assured. They probably thought they could take the fights early.
When you have like an 8 Ember Spirit, like that gives you a crap ton of confidence. Not quite sure if Vor's meant to do this. He's dragged the Dire Creep Wave with him, which means the Shadow Wave, or the Weave, sorry, out from the Dazzle, removes the armor, but it's already too late.
Really smart move. Give the Aegis to the Invoker. There's nobody else that can really hold it. The Spirit Breaker's kind of pointless. The Wraith King is even more so. It's really redundant. And the
Rez is already on the hunt. They drop the Sentry Ward. They can
Okay.
see him. The Ice Blast will connect, but that fresh Sentry planted down from Secret stops the gank from Resolution.
It was really good timing. The Lina, though, is kind of fallen behind. Still only has 900 HP. Not really good against when you're being hit by the AA Blast, plus the Spirit Breaker continuously charges at you. Looks like Funnick's going to go for the BKB so that nothing can stop him here. And Envy now has the completed Battle Fury, but 19 minutes is still above average. It was just how fast he potentially could have had it.
Alright, so Team Secret now. With a smoke on Misery, they could look to move around and start a couple of ganks of their own, but with an Invis Invoker running around like that Ghost Walk movement speed, is it even possible to really get a smoke off? Or do you even want to get a smoke off when you've got like an Invoker moving like that across the map? Like
No.
you'll instantly have to have like Dust or Sentries or Gem.
You can just put the pressure on Team Secret right now because of the Aegis and the fact that you don't want to fight into this Wraith King. I'm assuming they have the ultimate timed out, but still, like it's still a hard hero to get through. Yeah, I think Havos now goes for a Blink Dagger of his own just so he can follow up on top of the Lina. They are going to lose the Courier though. Unfortunate for them is Misery. Looks like he picked that off.
Well, yes, it died. It died down here.
What did it have on it?
So yeah, it was Misery. It had nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
okay.
empty.
Resolution's just beating away on this tower. I think this is going to alert Empire to the fact that Secret have no intention of fighting this, but Puppey is making his way down, as are the other two, but this might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, even with the shards, Resolution again. Like you don't want to fight into it. Why waste it? Why
He's a
waste your life?
he's
Top
a
lane
full
though,
AC.
Ember Spirit's a long way down. They're charging him into it. Also go for the stun. There's still the Spirit to get out of there. In fact, that's exactly what he does.
Oh, Resolution's on the hunt though.
Oh, but he's right behind him. They actually get him off. They get the stun, and Envy's gonna drop. 53 seconds. That Spirit wasn't deep enough.
It's just, again, you needed a hero that could chase down the Ember Spirit. Not to kill him, but just for the vision game. Which is why you pick heroes like Night Stalker, but by taking a Spirit Breaker, like, Funnick is playing this really well. His score, 1-3-13, it seems mediocre, but the amount of impact that he's had is pretty crazy. And now Resolution has a fully completed AC. 23-48. They're even timing out the Aegis.
That's Roshan, yeah.
It doesn't quite matter, but still. Resolution's been getting the last hit on everything. He's gotten 2 towers, 3 towers in a row, plus like 5 different sprees.
It's crazy, and now we like with a full assault Cuirass, like Empire's team fight is getting stronger and stronger.
22-minute Cuirass, yeah, I'd say so. It's actually going to be really hard to kill anybody from Empire right now.
How did Secret even fight in that one? You don't have like any armor on your heroes. Like, you think of Eternal Envy, he's only got 9 armor on that Ember Spirit.
Yeah, the AC is a pretty sick pickup.
It's gonna shred him apart. Resolution's still on the hunt for a kill.
Oh, they're pinging for Envy right now. Envy's pretty far from his team. He's got to be careful, but game senses it, jumps back.
Note too that Weeha's now got that that lens up and running. It's a little bit of extra range on his abilities.
Just a little bit. You know, the Dragon Slave that eclipses the screen. The Laguna... I think the coolest part is the Laguna Blade. It's like reverted back.
Nice swap. Really nice swap from Aloha Dance. He's basically got himself a solo kill right now. The charge will come in from the Spirit Breaker. Misery goes for the punch, but he's still dead.
It's a full BKB now for Funnick, so Aloha Dance won't be too sad about that. And No Fear... I thought No Fear was going to be the poor one, considering the Vengeful Straight has Drums and Aquila and Shreds already, and 1,400 gold, but the AA has a gem plus almost a fully completed Aghanims, and that crucial level 11. Everything is coming up, Empire.
And looking so good. Just that one horrendous fight on top lane, which Secret will be having nightmares about, sends this game spiraling down. This isn't in the bag for them, remember. If Team Empire are able to get a 2-0 here, they level up the score with Team Secret. Team Secret just need 1. Hang on, what is... Resolution actually stopped building his Assault Cuirass. Like, he bought up the recipe, he bought up the chainmail, but now he's finishing a BKB instead.
Just let yourself continue to scale a little bit better.
It's just interesting that you get that far through your items and then just stop. Like, all he needed was the plate mail and he was done.
I think he understands, though, that he's still a threat to die, even with the AC. Because part of the problem is he doesn't have a lot of HP. And he's close enough to the AC right after. Probably just is prioritizing it for the team fight. He is about to hit level 16, too, which is really crucial for Invokers. That's when he finishes out now. He's got that low-level Invoke. Just 5 short seconds.
Empire rotates over. Where's the opening? Who's the first one to really get called out? Puppy is the main man. Already getting charged down, and in comes Funnick. Puppy, he can try and glimmercape himself out of this one, but they've already got the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under
Roshan's
attack.
still dead for a while. But they've noticed that there is a nice stack of Ancients.
Yes.
So they're gonna try and steal this before Eternal Envy can get even more farm from that.
They have Vlad's plus Wraith King. They're getting a lot out of this right now. The amount of map control, it's really clear to see that Empire, they're pretty much taking whatever they want right now. Their team fight is really good. Their catch ability is incredibly strong. It's hard for anybody from Secret to get aggressive. Like, oftentimes what you'll want to see in games like this is the Lina to just kind of go around the map, try to burst somebody down, use that Yule Scepter, but she just can't afford to. Because if she decides to go on the Wraith King, then you just inks up, and then the charge comes on through and you've lost a team fight as a result of bursting down a hero that you can't do much against. And I think the Invoker might be a little bit too strong now too. Full BKB, Orchid, Assault Curse at 26 minutes to Resolution.
It's crazy, and what a comfort hero as well for Resolution to be this far ahead on. When he first popped into the scene, the Invoker was one of the critical heroes he always played. And now Team Secret are just hoping they can get something back. It kind of feels like the Secret Special. Bait with Eternal Envy. 4-man smoke right around him. Not even just behind him, all around him. But as Empire is going to be the ones to smoke up and probably have a more successful engagement. As he runs forward, the dewarding was there and they got the vision on the Ember Spirit. The charge is coming, but you're not going to go inside the Dire base to ensure that kill.
going to halt themselves a little bit. You have time to wait.
Roshan could be up in 10 seconds, so they don't want to take any big risks.
Yeah. They've got enough of the map covered right now that they can play it slow. They've got a gem completed too. So they can play the D-Ward game for as long as they possibly want.
Have to wait just under 2 minutes for Roshan to spawn up. So there's time as well for Secret. Well, they can also find their big farm. Because the Ember's getting the crit. Like, it's the Ember Spirit damage. We've seen it time and time again from Eternal Envy. A little bit more dangerous on this map up against both a Spirit Breaker and a potential lurking Invoker. So the split push isn't really as real.
No. Normally you'd see Envy in these kinds of games pushing out the enemy safe lane, the enemy off lane, teleporting here and there, making it difficult for them to keep up, but there's just so many different things that can kill him.
Yep.
He can probably only push 1 or 2 waves at top, then just hope that they're not waiting for him.
He's going to go straight back into his jungle. But what does the rest of Team Secret do? Misery, Pilot Eye, and Weeha, they're hovering on top of their own tower here. Like, what are they really waiting for? Do we have smokes available for them? It's on cooldown for another 4 minutes. And there's nothing on the heroes. Or the courier. So there's 4 minutes before Secret can smoke back out again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it's like they just wait, don't feed, and let Envy get as much farm across the map as possible. Almost looks like the plan.
You just have to get to a point where the Ember Spirit does enough damage that you can deter everybody from Empire from just kind of YOLOing in. The problem is they've got the perfect heroes and the perfect item sets to be able to do that. Like, everybody from Empire, maybe even the Ancient Apparition, is somewhat difficult to kill. So they just have so many items right now. Like, the second weakest hero on their team is probably this Vengeful Spirit that has like 14 armor by herself to go along with 1500 health.
Roshan's done. I actually thought for a moment that Empire were not going to be looking at it at the right time, but damn, Roshan. In the words of Kat, they've got to make Roshan scale a little bit better, but also Empire, they're so heavily farmed up at this point of the game. And they're going to start looking for kills. But the Aegis Immortal get into the hands of the Invoker. Charge coming out from Funnick, going directly towards Misery. He's still a little bit too far away with Resolution, and Funnick actually pulls out the last moment. I don't know if he was expecting a snowball or something from Misery.
Alright, so they're going to go for the high ground with the Aegis and Alacrity. This is pretty potent right now. And the die potential, Toby, is the scariest part right now. It's because most teams, what you can deter other teams with is the fact that, you know, you'll kill them if you overextend, but you've got to kill a lot of heroes. You got to cut through like 9 different heroes. You've got the Venge, who's almost got the Aghanims. Once he has that, he's pretty much got an Aegis on himself. It's pretty funny if you think about it. It's like they've got three lives to work with on 3 different heroes.
You're at least getting the split push happening. The Ice Blast beat committed by No Fear to that top lane. Just try and push it back out again. Kind of comes a little bit late by doing so. They remove a big factor in their team fight that Empire really want. Or they could just do this with Resolution. Attack from down low. Tanks up a hell of a lot.
Yeah, the battery assault build.
But then he just switches back into Quas, regenerates up, and he's all good. Actually moved himself over to Wex now. Back to the farm.
He's got an urn for himself. I don't know. Maybe they just feel like they're wasting too much time and they're not getting enough accomplished, and they were getting more by just corralling them around the map and forcing them to be scared. But Empire, I guess you don't necessarily have to go for the high ground, but there is always the fear that the Ember Spirit gets a little bit out of control. The good news, though, for Empire is that even though it is taking them a little bit longer than they would like to get onto the high ground, it is at the cost of everybody else from Secret's farm.
Yeah.
Like, nobody from Secret's farming right now except the Ember Spirit, because he's the only one that feels comfortable to leave the base. Something really important that Empire have demonstrated is they're willing to stop the push just so that the Spear Breaker can charge on you, or to set up for that. So that's pretty scary for you to play against when you're Alina, who isn't very strong. Resolution's just going to wait for the next Forge Spirit spam.
Avos just missed that timing. He was just in range to go for that Wraithfire Blast over on Eternal Envy on the bottom lane. it wouldn't have actually found the kill unless he managed to get some unbelievable RNG for crits. But either way, he gets the bottom lane out, and Resolution doesn't even need help to do this. Starts attacking into the range racks. Look at the damage he does, just dishes out. With the Alacrity buff up, he's still going to have that Aegis Immortal pop. It was 2 minutes before it was going to get reclaimed anyway, so he kind of was happy to have it pop. And now he's just going to get himself out. Aloha Dan swaps him out, so there's just safety. The Ice Blast will fly in, but Misery, protected by the snowballs, not hit by the blast itself, but he's still affected by the chilling effect. And now the Sleight of Fist. How much damage have they really got here? Maybe not enough, as I get to go Carlet for a moment. We're back in.
Do they have enough damage, Toby? I have no idea. Let's find out.
Well, the answer right now for Team Secret is yes. The charge away from Funnick, that last attack.
Oh, that would have been so huge. That was the gem.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
They do hold, though.
Yeah, they do. But they still lost their range racks, and like, what was really your cost? You lost the Ember Spirit for an AA and a VS who died. It was Empire who decided that they were happy to pull back at that time. If you managed to bring down Funnick as well, then maybe it would have been a little bit better for Team Secret.
It does demonstrate, though, to Team Secret that they can hold high ground for pretty much ever. It was a pretty dicey situation for the Invoker at one point, and both the supports still die relatively quickly, although that'll change once the Venge has her half-person.
Her Aghanims upgrade. Team Secret are now going to be half people. That Ice Blast with Aghanims upgrade is now available. And it's on its way in. Even if it doesn't find a kill, like if you're able to connect on a hero, it still takes like that hero out of the fight for the moment. More space.
Yeah, and Empire have really good ways to chase in. They've got the Blade Mail plus the Mjolnir finished. The double thorns.
Envy's now finding his bigger damage, so the Daedalus is now completed for him. And they'll go in deeper. Envy. Very far forward there.
Doesn't have the buyback available. Can't afford to die here.
Oh, Puppey getting bounced back. The Deathling Blast looking for more control. Puppey's going to burn out at the moment. The Laguna Blade hits very hard on Resolution. The Snowball so deep. He triggers the BKB, but Misery's going to go down. Resolution on 2 HP. The Undying Minion was brought down. It didn't get the kill. Even though it's now a double, they go back in for more. Havos down for the count.
Havos did not use anything there. He had both the Mjolnir and the Blade Mail up, and opts to not use either of them. A little bit confusing, but still, it looks like Secret, they don't want to over-pursue, because they know that the Invoker is still in this fight. Envy's just going to blink up to scout, but it's just going to be to disengage.
They got the gem now into Secret's hands. That was actually, I believe, on Havorst at the time.
Was it not one of the... I thought it was one of the supports.
Was it on the supports?
On the side of Secret, and then they just lost it. Wasn't that their gem?
Oh, well... Oh, we got one over on Funnick, and we've got one over on the Lina. And that one belongs to... Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You are 100% right. Yeah, that was Misery's gem.
If they could have killed Empire's gem, that would have been pretty significant. But Empire's getting a lot of items. The Spirit Breaker's got Ultimate Orb up on him. The Invoker, after completing a full axe before the previous
Misery. He just snowballed in. He thought he could farm up the wave, but Resolution, he looped himself up, so he never actually put the cold feet in the creep wave. And that's a very easy pick-off for Resolution.
The amount of farm is getting pretty intense right now. Havos has to make sure, though, that he does get the Blade Mail triggered with the Mjolnir in the middle of the next fight. Those are pretty significant actives for them to use.
Where are you off to? Resolution. Sees a new target. Ember Spirit on the top. Starts with the Orchid. Instantly into Cold Snap directly after. The Ice Blast is on the way with the Deafening Blast. He gets the kill. Resolution going big. The Nether Strike pushing forward from the Spirit Breaker. It was the 4-staff that actually put a little bit more space there for Weeha. Coming out of Pile I Die. And now they burn both Tombstone as well as now the Ember Spirit on the sideline. This will allow either Empire to force a buyback or take mid-racks.
Gotta be a little bit careful, as there is still the Lina Ag's ultimate, plus the lens. You do want to be careful. Want to make sure that you don't just get bursted down immediately. That is still the potential, and that's what they're going for here.
Yeah,
but
Resolution's down low, but they easily control Weeha. The 4-staff again from Pilot Eye, pushing Lina out. of that Ice Blast and saving his life, but the Tornado control is just too good. Misery, the Soul Rip, it keeps him alive. He was burning out. In fact, the Cold Feet with the charge forward. It's a double kill coming the way of Funnick. And Resolution just trying to retreat so low on life back into Invis. 33 life, hides in the tree line, but the Slider
Oh, he gets clipped!
No! 1,800 gold for that kill. But however, maybe with Weeha here, they can hold the line. Funnick will charge back in once again, but a force back toward the living, ripping through Pylai Die. He might have stolen so much health, so much strength, but it won't be enough.
If Weeha dies here, this could potentially just be the end of the game. Resolution
I think he does.
buys back.
They know it. They know they got this game in the bag.
Yeah, without the Ember Spirit alive, the buyback's already been expended. Even though he got a huge chunk of change for killing the Invoker, it's actually going to mean nothing.
Solid performance from Team Empire, taking out Team Secret, but maybe not so solid. It still looked like it was Team Secret's game at the start. It was the greatest start for an Ember Spirit offlane you could have ever asked for.
I don't know if I've seen somebody that farmed in quite some time in competitive Dota, especially with how much they shut down that Wraith King.
Yeah.
But it's just you gotta regroup, try to figure out what went wrong in the mid game.
It was, I don't even,